Hey, what's up, y'all? Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. I'm in Marshall, North Carolina on exactly 1 year to the day of when that engineered hurricane came through western North Carolina and laid waste to the entire city, or town rather, you see right now. That's Marshall, North Carolina. And I'm on the area that they call the island. It's basically right across the river. And just to give you a basis of comparison, if I swing around this way, there was all kinds of buildings over here, at least up to the second level. In a lot of these places, it was absolutely flooded. You can even still see some of the effects of it from over here. Now, since that time last year, I guess a lot of people are asking, well, where are you right now? Well, the truth of it being, it's not as far along. Having been in other places, like I grew up in Oklahoma, okay? It's not as if I'm not used to seeing what a tornado does, and I'm talking when a place is laid to waste, like nothing but sticks left. And having been and seen a number of tornadoes in Oklahoma and comparing it to what I've seen here, I swear, you could ask anybody in Oklahoma that has ever been here. If the same disaster would have happened in Oklahoma, most of it would have been squared away and dumped off, no matter how bad, within about a month and a half, 2 at the most. But here it is. I'm looking at this place and I'm blown away because I know what the town looked like beforehand. And I look at it now and I would say, I don't know these numbers exactly, but I'm saying just based on what I'm seeing as I drive through town, knowing what there was before and what there is now, I'm seeing probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about, I don't know, maybe 20% of the businesses open again, probably a lot of them never coming back, which is especially frustrating to me when I stop to consider the fact that how much money are we spending overseas? How much money? Isn't it curious that we always seem to have money for warfare, but never, ever for the lady on a fixed income that I know that lives in a trailer right down there alongside this river? Don't have money for them, don't have money to fix up their place, but it sure is curious that we got money for war and for a bunch of people that aren't Americans. How about that? Anyway, it's still in flux, and honestly, even the whole town of Asheville, as I talk to some of the business owners that I know there, it's crazy because the ones I know and that I'm very close with, they're telling me, good night, man. I hope something happens with, when the leaves start turning, because summer was a mess. I mean, this is a place, or it used to be a place, places like Marshall, Hot Springs, Asheville, all the surrounding areas were it was a place where people would go for summer vacation. Didn't look that way this year. And we're hoping that it comes back because so much of this place thrives on tourism. But I gotta say, y'all, it's not all bad, because over here, you can see this stream bank restoration on this side. And it's pretty astonishing what's come up so far. I mean, I can tell that this was done by human hands because we see a certain spacing on the nitrogen fixtures over here. Looks like we got a black locust over here. Black-eyed Susan's down there. Blanket flower, Michelle tells me, and a whole host of others. And they're doing well, they're thriving. I mean, like right here, take this black locust. Yeah, it's gonna go a long way for doing a lot of wonderful things out here. So you can see exactly, I don't want to get down in here and disturb what's there because it looks like there's still quite a few seeds down here. But good night. There are some people doing some wonderful things out here despite whether or not they get help from the government. But you know who helps? People like you. We started that Living Soil Foundation and you guys came through in a big way. In fact, we haven't asked for more money because so many people have given so much. And we've been very, very careful about how we spend your money and we're going to give you an update on that soon, on the project that we have over there, and talk about the next one we've got going. But it's all the difference in the world that's happening because of people like you. And, you got 4 different ways to spend money. Now let's stop and think about that. It's spending other people's money on other people, where neither cost nor quality matters. Spending other people's money on yourself. Cost doesn't matter, but quality sure does because it's on you. Then they're spending your money on other people. Cost matters quite a bit, but quality to a lesser degree. Then there's the best way. It's spending your money on your interests. And that's exactly what we're doing. And that's exactly what the people out here were doing. So if you want to see, I mean, this is exactly how you make this place a little more robust. Now here we are a year removed from what happened out here. And lo and behold, what do we see happening right now? I think the meteorologist Ryan Hall just did a video not long ago talking about how here it is, right here, we got another couple of storms bearing down on North Carolina, and another guy saying that, hey, they're probably going to stall. Now let me give you a little background of what happened beforehand, because we see some of it unfolding right now. Folks, I'm not some prognosticator of doom. I'm just telling you what I'm observing. Okay, it was relatively blue, but we're seeing, they're talking about blankets of rain happening before this thing supposedly gets here. Whether or not it makes it to western North Carolina, I do not know. But what I am saying is a blanket of trails so thick that it'll blow your mind. I mean, if we just take a glimpse up there right now, you can see the remnants of it right now. Plane after plane after plane. That's exactly what happened a year ago, okay, before the storm actually got here. Then we had days of rain. So much so that I was like, did they get it all wrong? Did the hurricane already get here? And then, lo and behold, it got here, and then that's where we saw the worst of it. And we're seeing exactly the same thing unfolding right now. Chemtrail after chemtrail after chemtrail. It's supposed to be raining nonstop for the next, who knows how many days. And then what happens after that, I don't know. But I know one thing, it almost certainly has the people around here on pins and needles. Is it purely natural? Well, I think if you watched any of the videos or the things I post, I got my doubts. I'm not going to say with any degree of certainty as of yet, but I definitely have my doubts. But as I kind of come full circle with this, here we are a year later, and I can take you to places around here where debris piles are still 12 feet tall. Places around here where people are still living in tents. And we're the wealthiest country in the world? Huh. I mean, it seems absurd to me that we would spend one dime on anything other than the American people until every person on a fixed income that lives alongside this river is squared away. Just seems absolutely insane to me. But here we live in the United States of amnesia, and here it is. We know the price of everything and the value of nothing. At least that's the way it seems so far. But I'm not going to stay on that negative note, because honestly, you can see it may look like weeds to a lot of people out here. Some of them might be, but by and large, there's a lot of beautiful things going on out here. So that catastrophe that happened exactly a year ago, where I would probably be about 10 feet underwater, where I'm standing right now, pretty close to about 10 feet underwater right now where I'm standing. It's crazy. Jump those railroad tracks that you see in the distance. Absolutely decimated that entire town of Marshall. And in fact, that was one of the videos that was pretty hot on the internet. We still see windows busted out. We see them boarded up. We don't see the needle move much. And it's a shame, because this was, and in many ways still is, a very beautiful place to live. I guess I can't do it any justice, because these mountains either call you or they don't. I mean, it's just a wonderful place to live, and I love being here. Even the courthouse over there, where you can see, even that thing is still closed down. Still not even back up and running. But we got money for warfare. How about that? Well, y'all, I just want you to know, like I said, there's still other towns around here that it looks like the needle hasn't moved at all. Places where Trump, when he came out back in the winter, he went to the town of Swannanoa. You go to that place right now and take a look at it. Look around, drive around. Ask anybody that lives there. First of all, when Trump was there and let all the people go up to the microphone, there wasn't a single local that was allowed to get on that microphone. You know why? Because all the locals over there are hip that this thing was engineered. Look, I don't care if anybody calls me a conspiracy nut. I mean, it's amazing the incredible things we can do, but everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people want to dismiss the notion that we have command over the weather, which, I mean, look, y'all, the patents are out there. Operation Popeye, Vietnam, we were doing it all the way back then. And that's just one of the things you do know about. It's moved along quite a ways since then. Well, y'all, I want to thank everybody out there. I really do. I want to thank you for all of the support that we got from you. not Uncle Sam, okay? It was people like Grindstone Ministries that came in here on the donations of people like you. It was people like, the people that just showed up. I remember a year ago, them leaving this river when they were telling everybody everything was clear, everything was fine, everything was wonderful. And people were wearing black boots were coming back to the staging point up that mountain there, and they were coming back green. People had all kinds of respiratory issues. All kinds of crazy things have gone on. But you people came through, and a lot of others out there came through as well. So folks, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart here in Western North Carolina. And just remember, in these crazy times, because I think all of us probably need to have it tattooed on our arms, stay alert, stay alive. We'll see you next time.